There's a saying that it's better to be safe than sorry. And this is especially true as it relates to grant management, where we have a special offer for you to help keep you out of jail by doing grant writing well. Hi, I'm Rodney Walker, President of Grants USA Grant Writers Association, and I'm so happy that you're taking a look at this important resource. Oftentimes, people get stuck on just getting the grant, and they totally forget that once they get the grant, that it becomes an obligation for their agency to make sure that they manage the grant well. If you do it well, it not only keeps you out of jail, it also helps to bring your agency more funding in the future. How so? Well, think about it this way. If your agency has been entrusted with money and you've proven that you've been able to handle that money effectively by doing what you propose that you will do, then in the future, now there's a good word that's spreading about your agency. However, if you don't do it well, you can literally give your agency a black eye. Yes, a black eye. You know how we deal with people when we see them with a black eye. You see them with a black eye and the first question you have is, what happened? What did you do to get a black eye? Who did it to you? Well, in that same way with our nonprofit organizations, our governmental agencies, the last thing we want to have on our record is a black eye. Because when you get a black eye, you kind of begin to be typecast by the other funders. They begin to think of you as the one who's not going to handle their funds well, and they become apprehensive about entrusting you with more funding. There are some agencies that have gotten a black eye that have gotten reduced funding. Some have gotten fines. Others have actually gotten people that were placed in jail as a result of waste, fraud, and abuse. And in this series, it's going to help you to learn exactly what you need to do to keep you and your agency out of jail. And also look at some things that you need to do to position yourself in a positive light. You see, there are some real life horror stories that you should be made aware of. And in this training, you're going to get a chance to hear some of those horror stories, and you're going to get a chance to learn what true grant management accountability is and the type of systems, the type of paper trails that you need to create in order to make sure that your agency is doing this and making sure that this role is done at the highest level. You know, I hate seeing people have to suffer as a result of monies that they received that they misappropriated. Or in some cases they've received funds and there's been waste, fraud, and abuse that's been taking place. And sometimes it's the innocent people, those that are not the guilty parties, that end up suffering because somebody else did something and now the agency has that black eye. So I want to encourage you to take a serious look at this training. It's going to help you to do a number of things. It's going to share with you when grant management actually starts. A lot of people get this wrong, and as a result of getting this wrong, it impacts everything else. I'm going to also share with you some best practices in this training. You're going to get a chance to hear some real life experiences of some things that could have been done that were not done, and the adverse effects of those things not being done and how it impacted their agencies in a negative way. So you want to get these systems in place. This is a great resource for you if you're completely new to grant management. It's also even good if you've been doing grant management for a while, because not only will you get some pointers and some tips from it, you also can take this resource and share it with the rest of your team. Sometimes and oftentimes, if you're going to really do grant management well, you have to take it out of just simply being one person trying to police the whole agency. That doesn't work. That's the old way, and that outdated way really doesn't work. What really has to happen is your agency has to get a team effect, and you have to do it in a very strategic manner. This resource is a resource that you can easily share with your team. It's 60 minutes of great learning, and you will get an opportunity to glean some information that was originally shared with an audience that cost them at least $995 just to be able to access. We're bringing it to you in video so you can listen to it again and again, and it's broken up into 20-minute segments, 3 20-minute segments. The beautiful thing that you'll also enjoy, you'll be able to get the transcriptions of exactly what was said, and you will be able to have this resource for years and years to come, to go back to it, to be able to reference it, to make sure that as you bring new people in, they will know the importance of grant management. Don't simply get stuck in the trap of trying to get the money. Make sure that you get the keys to doing this well so that you and your agency can stay out of jail. All the best, order right now and let the learning begin so that you and your team can do grant writing at a high level, do it well, stay out of jail. Guess what? There is no need for bail. Order right now. Have a great day.